Man, with the ball has deep range too. Quintana gets buckets and shoot the lights off the ball.
Scott in his office. That's Lamaj Lewis, who just came on. He's a reserve. And rebound pulled in by Desmond Cambridge for Nevada. No, Baker ahead of the pack. Power dribble and fouled by Lewis from behind. Nevada, their head coach is Steve Alford. It's his second stint in the Mountain West. Coach at New Mexico. Third year here with Nevada after taking over for Eric Musselman. First free throw for Baker, a 64% free throw shoot. Loyola Marymount. This is their third true road game this year, a stretch of 4 of 5 away from LA. Both free throws missed by Baker, and Nevada remains down by 1. Eli Scott, he's the top player, 2-time All-West Coast Conference for Loyola Marymount. Gets a lot of attention when he gets near the lane.
He would demand a double because he is such a force down low, but he can also put the ball on the floor in the perimeter, especially with a bigger defender.
Von Marble, he's a Nevada killer, and he hits a 3. His last 3 games against the Wolfpack. He's a transfer from Wyoming. He scored in double figures and gives Loyola Marymount a 4-point lead. Trey Coleman, not much of a scorer, but don't tell him that. Wrestles his way for 2.
Maybe a foul right there, like he played through a lot of contact.
Good pace to start. Both teams getting up and down. Of course, this is the Loyola Marymount style of play from the late 80s, early 90s, where they flew up and down the court, but still a good pace. With the Lions up by 2. For those of you watching on CBSSports.com, our streaming coverage will conclude after the commercial break, but we will continue on CBS Sports Network. You can find us by going to CBSSportsNetwork.com/channel finder.
The more we do with our phones, the more network quality and reliability matter. And only Verizon has been the most awarded for network quality 27 times in a row. That means the best experience with calls, texts, and data usage of any major carrier, according to customers. There's only one best network. The only one ranked #1 in reliability 16 times in a row. We are building 5G right.
Since being the first to make wipers over a century ago, Trico has protected drivers in all kinds of weather. Torrential downpours, gale force winds, wintry blasts, even when it's raining cats and dogs. Who came up with that phrase anyway? Just imagine if it actually started... Alright. No matter what the conditions, Trico wipers maintain maximum windshield contact for safe, clear driving visibility, even in the harshest weather metaphors.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
The great thing about the app is we're going to get happy hour pricing on our drinks.
That's right.
No matter what time.
It's happy hour every hour.
Let's be honest. Anytime I see a discount, I'm going to go for it.
Right.
I don't care what it is. I have to have that.
Yeah. Anything that is half price tastes twice as good, right?
Right?
On a Suspicious Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Howdy, Logan. Wonder if you can help me out with something.
Sure, Sheriff.
Looking for a couple of goalposts. Went missing after the big win last night.
What? That's awful. Who would steal a goalpost?
Say, that is a nice new swing set you got there.
Oh, this old thing. Well, makes the boy happy, I guess.
Interesting design.
Oh, yeah, it's Scandinavian. You know what? You should check the streakers across the street. They have a very suspicious new antenna.
Thanks for the tip.
Anytime, Sheriff.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Good pace to start here in Reno. Loyola Marymount with an early 2-point lead. Former Baylor standout King McClure, Chris Lewis here with you at the Lawler Event Center. And this is one of those type of games where you look back on in March when you're either on the bubble for the NCAA tournament or the NIT. And this go your way or not, both of these mid-major programs have their eyes on the postseason.
Yeah, the West Coast basketball is heavily slept on. I don't know why, because both of these teams are very talented, especially Nevada when you look at their roster. Top to bottom, they have it all. No flaws. This team is good.
All right, So let's go with Nevada's Grant Sherfield. He's the top scorer coming in, over 20 points in his last 4 games.
To be specific, 27 in the last 4 games. This guy right here is one of the best guards, I keep saying it, one of the most underrated guards in the country. He can get done on all 3 levels. Loves the mid-range, can get to the cup, but not just that, he can pass.
Now, how about Eli Scott on the other side? What makes him special?
The fact that he is so versatile. Call him Zion without the bounce. The guy can go inside, can go outside. The kid is good, and the kid is a tank, big body, strong, will bully you, straight bully ball. Mix of Julius Randle with a little bit of Zion. The kid is really talented.
Zion without the bounce. That's a hard picture. You're right, he's big, he's 6'6". Loyola Marymount. Quintana can shoot it. Hand off to Mark Velatze, man at the rim. Nevada pulls in the board.
That's one of those. You're going to go up, you got to go dunk that one.
Trey Coleman, make that Cambridge who hits the 3. Desmond Cambridge, who's red hot from deep, 44% in his last 4 games.
Cambridge can fill it up, jump shooter, can get it done from outside, not really looking to drive, but his jumper is wet.
Nevada, 1-point lead, and Eli Scott turns it over for low pass looking for Mark Velatze. Desmond Cambridge, a senior from Nashville, red hot.
Desmond Cambridge, great elevation on the jumper. You better be there as soon as he catches, because if not, it's going in.
All right, Sherfield on the perimeter. One of the points of emphasis from the officials, that freedom of movements. Despite being well outside the 3-point line, Juan Marble picks up the foul. Maybe the 4th on Loyola Marymount, something to keep an eye on. This game barely 5 minutes old. Nevada, a lot of off-ball movement, pull up from the elbow. Cambridge leaves it short.
Don't know if I like that. Feet wasn't set, off balance. I don't like that jumper by Cambridge right there.
A.J. Hines forces a turnover. Hines, who missed the first 7 games of this season, he returned in the game against Pepperdine. A big boost, another body at 6'10" for Steve Alford.
They can go 2 bigs, they can go 4 guards. The versatility of Nevada is what Steve Alford talked to us about earlier, and that makes him special.
Trey Coleman. Nowhere close. Eli Scott, who leads the team for Loyola Marymount in scoring, rebounds, and assists. It's the board there. Lewis.
Basketball.
Mark Velatze, the recipient. Can't get it to fall. Team control early on. Loyola Marymount, early lead. 3-pointer for Nevada. Let's put them in front. Leaving Coleman open. Not much of a score for Nevada. This time he gets fouled. Only averages 3 points per game. Leon here in Reno. Finger keys to the game.
For LMU, keep Nevada off the glass. You know that they have a size differential. Box out, dive from long distance. They play a 5-out offense, sometimes post up Eli Scott. Spread them out, make the bigs guard on the perimeter. For Nevada, difficult day for Scott. You must make it tough for Eli Scott, because as he goes, the team goes. You take him away, the team does not go. Points in the paint with your 7-footers, your 2 bigs. Dominate down low, including the glass.
Keeping Nevada off the glass, and that's one of the points of emphasis for Stan Johnson, 2nd year for Loyola Marymount. Second free throw. But how do you do it? And you're a team that's tallest starter is 6'7", and Nevada can roll 3 players who are close to 7 feet tall.
It all comes down to boxing out. You have to box out. You have to pay extra attention to that today. But what's interesting is this LMU team is probably the tougher team out of the 2, even though they're smaller.
Marble way off on the 3. A loose ball foul. We talked about battle of rebounding. You see that physicality there on the boards.
That's one thing that Coach Alford definitely mentioned to us and was worried about and concerned, their physicality. This team is small, but they're super physical, super aggressive, super tenacious. Nevada has to match that. And I don't know if they've done it so far.
So funny because Loyola Marymount, smaller team, so how you out-rebound a bigger team reminds me of one of your former teammates in the NCAA tournament, Torian Prince. How did you let Yale out-rebound Baylor?
I'll never forget that loss. I was on that team, so that was not a great loss.
Another turnover for Eli Scott. He is intense.
I understand you want to win. You're so competitive right there. You have to be the leader of the team. That's on you. That's just a bad pass. Your guy cut. You should be making that turnover, Eli Scott. That's on you. That's not on your teammate.
Junior from Fort Worth, Texas. Sherfield loses it in the paint. Driving on the deck. Both teams want it. No ball. The arrow gives it to Loyola Marymount. That's A.J. Himes there on the floor. The redshirt junior from Phoenix, who is the former preseason freshman of the year in this one. For Nevada, their season's been an interesting one so far. They started the year 1-4, and they had a dismissal of a key player, A.J. Rama. After that, they won their last 4 games, but in the middle of that, stoppage, kind of 2 weeks without games, as they were one of the early teams to have a COVID pause. And Steve Alford was worried about perhaps that being one of the things that ruined the excellent play that his team had had, but they came out against Minnesota Duluth in their last game, and granted, not a Division I team. They looked strong in that game, put up 98 points.
Why they're winning now, why they're seeing progress is the fact that they've grown defensively. First, their defense assessment, they wasn't good. Sometimes today they bring it, some days they wouldn't. But now they're consistently a good defensive team.
Damian Douglas, great block shot to lead a Loyola Marymount group. With Douglas. Works the left block. Drop step and a finish on Coleman.
What a story right there from Damian Douglas. 18 and 11 against Tulsa early in the season. He can get it done. Monster down low.
Coleman on a couple of bodies. Foster, who came in off the bench for Nevada. Foster dips in and strokes 2.
Known as a shooter, but showing his versatility. He can put on the floor and get to the floater.
And Pepe wants 3, and give him 3. Kelly Pepe from Australia says he wears the number 34 because of Charles Barkley, showing off the touch that Barkley had late in his career.
Look, I'm really feeling the hair. It's a little different, but I'm feeling it.
Right, that's a little bit different than Charles Barkley, that's for sure. Foul in the backcourt. Nevada with a 2-point lead early. Back and forth. Good action on each side. Both teams still winning.
Damian Douglas getting up right here. Get that out my house right now. No, sir. And on the other end, getting it done on both sides.
Old Trapper Beefs. Tough snacks.
Out here, you gotta be tough. My truck, my crew, they're tough. Old Trapper taught me the value of tenderness.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
At Napa, get great deals on a variety of Craftsman tools to gift the DIYer in your family, like the Craftsman 20-volt drill driver combo for just $119. They'll never see it coming. When it comes to finding you great holiday deals, our motor never quits.
This holiday, Verizon has the deal that gets better and better and better.
Get iPhone 13 Pro on us when you trade in your old or damaged phone.
Better?
Better.
Hey, and up to $1,000 when you switch. Because everyone deserves better.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
I need 3 Fritos Chili Cheese Junior Wraps.
Adding Fritos.
Order up. Sonic Fritos Chili Cheese Junior Wrap.
These little cups would make great stocking stuffers. But how about right now in your mouth stuffers? Happy holidays to your mouth. Not sorry. Reese's.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, and secure.
Grant Sherfield and pictured right there, Desmond Cambridge. Perhaps the most dynamic, one of the dynamic guard duos in the Mountain West Conference. And both those guards right now on fire, 20 points in their last 4 games for both. But they've had those struggles this year, King, against the West Coast Conference. This is already their 5th game against that league.
Early in the season, we talked about it earlier, they struggled defensively. They just weren't consistent. Some games they'd bring it, other games it would just be a subpar effort. But now they're starting to bring it every single game. And that's why they're starting to piece win by win by win, because they're playing defense and they're competing. They're more competitive now than they were at the beginning of the season.
Steve Alford, he mentioned to us about how that proximity of these two conferences have led to, especially in the COVID era, of a lot of head-to-head meetings between these leagues. Sherfield hits the ground hard. Baker fights for the rebound for Nevada, but it's Douglas who digs it out for LMU. We want to limit the travel as much as possible. The team's close, certainly helps. Joe Quintana, more of a three-point shooter, can't hit that one on the inside. Pass to Sherfield, tipped, nearly picked. Juan Marble, the Denver native, reading the passing lane. Marble played for Alan Edwards, one of the assistant coaches for Loyola Marymount. And Edwards was at Wyoming, head coach there. Sherfield getting a rare break. Marble, when he was at Wyoming, 3 big games against Nevada, including the Mountain West tournament back in 2020. Scored a career high 24 points in an upset win. A lot of action on the block. It's Blackshear heading the floor. Another Loyola Marymount foul as it's piling up, already their 6th.
Talking about Sherfield getting a quick break. The reason why he's getting a break is because Marymount has frustrated them off of every ball screen. They have trapped him, they have doubled him, made it tough for him. Coach talked about it in the beginning. We can't let him be a scorer and a passer, so we got to take away one. That double team is taking away one.
Takeaway on a pass by Marble. Marble wants it itself. Has it ripped by Blackshear. Here comes Nevada. Cambridge got it. Climbing the ladder, Desmond Cambridge. Shooter. Make it slam it.
Not just the shooter, don't limit him. Guy has bounce on the fly.
Entry feed that Scott knocked away, but Cambridge was out of bounds.
Take a look. He is more than a shooter. He can sky. Saw him in warm-ups. This guy right here can absolutely fly. Almost took up from the logo. Desmond Cambridge, get up there.
Transfer from Brown. A couple of seasons in the Ivy League. Led the team in scoring both of his seasons at Brown. Mountain West 3rd team last season. See what Eli Scott has, leading scorer for LMU in his office.
Double.
Double comes. Doesn't matter as Scott bullies his way to the basket. Draws the foul. Blackshear.
Watch him work his way in here. This is what he does. He will wear you down. You have to send the double earlier, because if he gets that low, it is a bucket or he's going to the free throw line. Let's send the double earlier.
1,600 point scorer, 300 boards and 300 assists. 5th year as a starter. LMU, Stan Johnson, 2nd year coaching Scott. LA native, next on the couple. Stan Johnson, former assistant at Marquette, this his first D1 head coaching job. Just really likes the potential of this LMU program. What a 3, a hand in his face. It doesn't matter for Desmond Cambridge Jr.
The elevation on his shot. He doesn't see the contest.
In and out for Scott on the other end. Don't let those Nevada guards get cooking.
Gotta look for Cambridge again. He's hot right now. He's feeling it. Get him a shot.
Here it is. Front of the rim. Will Baker. We've talked about it all game. The height of the Wolfpack on the boards. He's one of the 3 players close to 7 feet tall. Draws the foul on Eli Scott.
Desmond Cambridge with the elevation. Look at him, stare at him. You don't faze me. Doesn't even see the contest. Can celebrate right there, man.
Time now like Jordan. One, as that's already the 7th team foul against Loyola Marymount. Baker. Transfer. They're missing 2 earlier on. Connects on both on the 1-and-1. Nevada scored the game's last 5. We'll take that 5-20 move.
Chris Loyola's in the danger zone right now. They have to get something going offensively. Eli Scott is struggling. Right now, I'm looking for Damian Douglas. You got to get something going if you want to get out this danger zone.
Foster forces the steal. Montana knocks it away out of bounds. He stays here with the Wolfpack. That is one of those teams where it feels like you're always on the brink of a 9-0 run going against you with the volume of threes that they can get up and the efficiency that Sherfield and Cambridge can knock them down as Sherfield comes back in.
I love the sub of bringing Sherfield in because offense easy. And they're in that zone where they can slow the game over, not with a pass like that. But I love Sherfield come back in the game, extending that run.
Pepe, pick and pop player, sets the screen and gets it off the pop. He didn't seem to like that foul too much, King, there is Warren Washington, the guilty party.
Let's look at this. I don't know, Mr. Ref. Oh, that looks like a whole lot of basketball to me. That looks clean. I think that's a bad call.
For Warren Washington, that's his first. Scott draws attention, and LMU with such a great job of cutting off the big body forward. And Douglas, the recipient.
You have to send the double, but don't send the double off the man that's cutting. If you do, somebody has to step over. That's too easy.
Washington, taken nearly off the backboard by Lewis. Lewis leading the way for LMU.
Look at him, he has a mismatch.
So you mentioned the double. What are the keys to the double team?
Be aware, come from the top side, and make sure you rotate. Make sure everybody else rotates to the man who leaves the double, because everybody has to be loaded up so the kick is to the three-point line and not to the rim.
Scott, not much of a shooter. Reluctant three. And Cambridge gets to loose change.
Living with that. I'm absolutely living with that. Eli Scott only shooting 25% on the year. I'm living with that shot.
Only made 5 of his 20 three-point attempts. Eli Scott, such a strong presence for LMU.
Talk about his scoring, but my man has the goggles on, can pass with the best of them to the cut Damian Douglas. Man, that is way too easy.
What is an overpass? Come on. Question, is that an S or a 5?
I think it's a 5.
I thought so. Frustration loading.
Nobody wants more robot tests, but we could all use more ways to save.
Chai latte for Rob Ott or Rob Ott.
Error human.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
When you spend all year serving others, when you lead by example, you don't just land on the nice list, you get rewarded by becoming the top brand in new vehicle quality in the automotive industry. Celebrate all the good you've done this year with a lineup of Ram trucks built to serve.
Get 1 full year of no extra cost Sirius XM on us and 0% financing for 72 months plus no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
The more we do with our phones, the more network quality matters. Only Verizon has been the most awarded for network quality. That means the best experience with calls, texts, and data usage of any major carrier, according to customers.
You have 3 burgers. You sharing, you eating all 3.
No, I'm eating them all.
You wouldn't share your burger with me?
Not this burger. The burgers you make at your house? Yeah, we can share that. That's no problem. Sonic garlic butter bacon burger.
What if I'm hungry?
Absolutely not.
To help people affected by the southern and Midwest tornadoes, text tornadoes to 90999 to give $10 to the American Red Cross Southern and Midwest Tornadoes Relief. See the pictures there telling the story of how much helping out could be of assistance. And speaking of helping out in the community, Eli Scott, along with his Loyola Marymount teammates, volunteered at the local food bank. Scott, one of 30 men's basketball players nominated for the 2021-22 Senior Class Award. Senior Class focuses on the total student athlete and encourages students to use their platform in athletics to make a positive impact as leaders in their community. Scott, LA guy, part of that famous 2015-2016 Chino Hills high school team. He's known for the Ball brothers, LaMelo, Alonzo, Angelo, of course LeVar Ball, making a lot of those. Neko Kongwu, who's in the NBA, from a top 10 pick by the Atlanta Hawks. And the 5th starter on that team was Eli Scott.
Man, I don't know if they're one of the best teams ever, but they were probably, arguably, the most entertaining team in high school basketball history.
They played in a way like LMU played back in the day, running the ball up and down the floor.
Taking whatever shots they wanted to, shooting half court, going live from one end of the floor to the other. It was super entertaining. Ball is life was popping back then.
5th year here at Loyola Marymount for Eli Scott. Those free throws were the result of a 1-and-1. The team fouls piling up for LMU, already 8. Lewis all the way to the rim, altered by the 7-footer, Warren Washington. Battle for the loose ball. There's a whistle and a foul. Eli Scott has been vocal a couple of times in this game. The 2nd foul called in the 2-time All-West Coast Conference Sweet Way.
Let's take a look right here. First off, that is a great block. Eli Scott, you have to finish that. You finish that, there's no foul. But that's a foul. That's the right call. But if you finish it, if you make the bucket, no foul.
So now for Loyola Marymount, that being a loose ball foul, sending Washington a 76% free throw shooter. You see Scott there on the bench with those 2 fouls. So where does LMU go for offense here?
That right there is the question. All right, say what they're doing with him, they're denying him because he is such a great three-point shooter that you have to deny him and do not allow him to catch the ball. And when he does catch the ball, make him a driver. Do not let him get comfortable, set his feet, and get the shot off. So where does the offense come from? I think Damian Douglas, they have to find a way to be able to post him up, let him play the role of Eli Scott, and let him create, because right now he's the best offensive option.
Damian Douglas was early into the lane on that last free throw, that miss for Washington. So he'll get another one.
Man, that's just one of those plays that coaches get absolutely pissed off at. You cannot step into the lane and give the guy an extra free throw, especially when he misses. Just giving people 3 points.
9-2 Nevada run. Largest lead of the early going, 7 points. Wolfpack press, broken. Veladze can't connect on a 3-pointer. Pay Nevada for going with the press. Beautiful bounce pass, so it's knocked away. Veladze preventing Washington from getting it. Stays with the Wolfpack. Johnson, quick of frustration, top player on the bench with a couple of fouls. And just to highlight the importance of Scott being on the bench, he's a leading scorer, he's a leading rebounder, he leads the team in assists.
He does it all for this team. He is the engine of this team. So like you said, that was a great question. Where's the offense going to come from? We're going to find out, because because right now my answer is Damian Douglas, but I don't know if he can produce enough to be able to sustain the lead or get them back in the game.
As it starts on the defensive end, a deflection results in a held ball. The arrow keeps it with Nevada. Standing around after the fact. Some stairs each way.
He's getting a little chippy. Way to dive on the ball, though.
Sherfield slips. And that's a travel. Trying to chisel his way towards the basket. Couldn't keep his footing.
That's the only thing I'll say about Grant Sherfield's game that I think he needs to tweak or needs to improve on is his turnovers. He turns the ball over a lot. There's been a few games where he's had like 8 or 9 turnovers. He must get better because he's such a great player and cannot afford to continue to turn the ball over, especially in conference play.
One thing Steve Alford told us last game, Sherfield was 1 assist away from a triple-double. A travel call. Douglas took the extra step. So giveaway for Loyola Marymount. Well, he let Sherfield in to try to get that triple-double against Minnesota Duluth. Couple of turnovers. The third turnover is like, all right, that's enough. We don't want you to get a triple-double in terms of having double-digit turnovers. Let's get you to the bench. But still a great game. 28 points, 12 boards, and 9 assists. You called it a push-off on Coleman.
You cannot do this. Way to beat him to the spot. Take it in the chest. Charge.
Josh Lewis, Paramount City, taking the brunt of it. Seen a lot of Lewis. He averages only 10 minutes per game. Getting an extended stretch. Marymount was foul trouble in this first half. Galadze pulls down to 3. Instead, Lewis tries. Air ball. Chance for the Wolfpack to increase their largest lead. Sherfield gets a lot of attention. Cambridge can't make them pay. Quintana. Galadze. He's been off. Douglas on the glass and is fouled in the act. Hands over the head for Desmond Cambridge. Picks up the personal his first. It's actually his second foul on Cambridge. So that's a big call. With one of those dynamic Wolfpack guards picking up his second with still 5.5 to go in the first. Tomorrow morning, 8 Eastern, watch our top NFL analysts preview the upcoming game day action and offer unparalleled analysis. Don't miss that other pregame show right here on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Late night at the Lawler Event Center. LMU, the West Coast Conference. Nevada out of the Mountain West. There's been a handful of these matchups, a handful of them on CBS Sports Network this year, and they seemingly all are intense, competitive, and go right down to the wire, expecting the same here tonight. A lot of off-ball movement for Sherfield. Being scored for the Wolfpack. Around a couple of trees, it rolls off the rim.
Loyola Marymount has to rely on their defense. Offense, they're not really getting what they want. So defense, let your defense turn into your offense. Get stops, get transition push. That's what they have to do right now.
That's an unforced turnover. Alex Galadze dribbles it off his foot. Now State Northridge transfer.
And they have to limit those unforced turnovers. None of that if you want to win this game.
Stan Johnson, you're seeing him there. Defend, rebound, and run. The 3 things that he loves to emphasize on that sideline.
I feel like that's almost every coach.
Sure. Let your defense set up your offense. Himes triggers, knocks it down.
And that's one of those shots that Marymount, you're living with that. I mean, J.J. Himes shooting that shot, I'm living with that all day, every day.
It's his 4th made field goal of the year in his 3rd game. This is an off-ball foul called against the Wolfpack.
Himes doesn't do this much, but showing the people that he can do it.
This foul was on Cambridge. That is number 3.
SAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
When you're the leader, disaster cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened happen?
By being prepared for anything.
Serve pros like it never even happened.
This holiday, Verizon has the deal that gets better and better and better.
Get iPhone 13 Pro on us when you trade in your old or damaged phone.
Better?
Better.
Hey, and up to $1,000 when you switch. Because everyone deserves better.
At Napa, get great deals on a variety of Craftsman tools to gift the DIYer in your family, like the Craftsman 20-volt drill driver combo for just $119. They'll never see it coming. When it comes to finding you great holiday deals, our motor never quits.
I need 3 garlic butter bacon burgers.
Coming right up.
Will someone grab me some more cheese? Keep that garlic butter coming.
Burger up.
Order up. Sonic garlic butter bacon burger.
Christmas trees try so hard. Lights and ornaments and little choo-choo trains, come on. The best trees, they kind of only need 2 things. Peanut butter and chocolate. Not sorry, Reese's.
This year's charity event, we take underserved children on a fantasy trip.
Sounds expensive.
You want to ground Santa's flight? We can't just give up. The world needs human kindness now more than ever.
Christmas Takes Flight, Sunday at 8, 7 Central on CBS.
Coming up on AT&T at the half, Brent Stover, Chris Walker, Seth Davis, John Rothstein standing by in our New York studio. Get you caught up to speed on all the day's college basketball action. It's coming up, AT&T at the half. Desmond Cambridge, Grant Sherfield. We talked about both the Nevada guards coming in. And Desmond Cambridge had the hot hand early, but now he's in foul trouble.
Desmond Cambridge giving us flashes of baby Ray Allen, letting it fly, but not just that. My man can fly in multiple meanings of the word, can fill it up, can shoot, but will he remain hot now that he has to sit on the bench for foul trouble? The question that is, he answers.
We're talking about he got game ran. Not Miami Heat ran. We're talking about them right here on Milwaukee getting to the bucket.
Look, we got to go beyond past that. The Supersonics Ray
Seattle
Allen.
Ray.
That right there, that Ray Allen was different.
Foster. And both teams dealing with foul issues. You see Cambridge there with his 3. Loyola Marymount, a couple of guards. Cam Shelton with 2. Eli Scott, who's really the engine of their offense. He has 2. Foster hits both.
Cam Shelton has been on the bench a very long time. He is the point guard. He is the initiator. And without him, they kind of struggled on the offensive end.
Same for Loyola Marymount with him on the bench as long, and now you have Eli Scott back in with 2 fouls. To be within 6 and heading to the line for 2 free throws, is this kind of where they want to be in the game?
Yeah, most definitely. You're actually in a really good spot. But right here, it's just way too easy. Eli Scott, not just the scorer, but can pass the ball. But for Nevada, you have to step over, be aware of who's cutting. That's too easy.
A lot of heart from the Douglas free throw.
And I was thinking the same thing. My man gonna touch the roof.
Got some banners hanging up above. Look out. Keenan Blackshear getting a start in this game. He's back in, the Orlando native. Scott with LMU about to head back to defense. He heads to the bench. High arc. Can't argue with the results. Nevada looking for their 5th straight win. 5-game win streak in the 1920 season. Baker rolling. Lefty hook. Short. Colin Marble, Wyoming transfer. And Tanner handling the ball quite a bit for LMU. Not his typical role, but guards in foul trouble. He's handling point guard responsibilities. Baladze. Not this time. And it's Nevada ball off the ricochet.
I really like that action right there. Put Will Baker in the ball screen, kick back to your big, let him drive the closeout because Will Baker's lateral movement is not that great. Put Will Baker in a million closeouts, drive him, attack that. I like that matchup. I like that offense right there from LMU.
Sherfield not getting any clean looks. Attention of the defense. Baker, who was fronted and had a defender behind, but he's 7 feet tall and deposits 2.
You can't gamble. He's way too tall to gamble. You got to push him out, force him out, do your work early before he touches the ball.
Marble carves out space and fouled on the tip. A.J. Himes on the personal.
Got to do your work early. You cannot gamble right here. He's too big. Because right now, that is a bucket and you're dead.
That's one area that Stan Johnson concerned about. Just looking at K.J. Himes at 6'10", Will Baker 7 feet tall, Warren Washington also 7 feet. That gambling puts the defense in bad position.
It does, but you also have to pay attention. You have to block out. That was a key component to their practices, to the scout report. Every time a shot goes up, you must locate your man, put a body on somebody, and keep him out the paint because these guys are 7 foot. They don't have to do much to try to get the ball. So you must force him out.
Eli Scott going through the revolving door, trying to protect him with his 2 fouls. Marble doesn't get that one to fall. Preseason Mountain West Player of the Year, Grant Sherfield. And Himes intercepted. That time a gamble results in a steal.
And Grant Sherfield has to see that. He has to be better than that. He's too good to be making passes like that.
Scott going to work, the bowling ball. Wants it on that post, that left block, his spot. Working on Himes. Big jump stop. But again, his interior touch hasn't been there.
Because of the length. I mean, you're going against a guy who's 6'10", super long. This is hard to do. I mean, right here, you just don't have the size advantage at 6'6", and you're not really exploding to the rim. So that's a tough shot. That's a long hook that he's not used to shooting.
To increase their 6-point lead, it'll be the big Will Baker. He has a feathery touch. 50% from deep on the year.
Letting it fly. 7 foot, can do his work down low, but can also step out and shoot the tray.
Loyola Marymount timeout at the Lawler Event Center in Reno. Will Baker, the touch to put the Wolfpack up 9.
The best thing to order is when you are sitting at soccer practice, order it through your phone while you're sitting there, and then you go and pick it up.
But you're much more of a planner than me.
I am.
And that's what I love about you.
Yes.
You know, I'm not that prepared. It's more seat in my pants.
These little cups would make great stocking stuffers. But how about right now in your mouth stuffers? Happy holidays to your mouth. Not sorry. Reese's.
Nevada, 9-point lead. Not many attempts for Will Baker from behind the arc, but his 23 attempts, he's made 12 of them.
All right, he is an inside-out type of player. Step out, shoot the tray ball, but can also do his work down low. Will Baker with the headband. I'm feeling good.
Had sort of a breakout performance in the Nevada loss, a tough loss at the end against San Francisco. Had a big lead in that game. And San Francisco picked up their first loss of the season today in the West Coast Conference. One of 5 West Coast Conference opponents that Nevada has faced this year. Was LMU, another. And the basketball out of the timeout. It was called by Stan Johnson to get this touch right here. Eli Scott the ball where he likes it. And he goes right to the rim.
It's just so hard. Taking all the contact, you have to go straight up. The rule of verticality, you must go straight up. But when you get it hit in your chest by a dude that's this big, you automatically cave, bring the hands down like he did right there. Good call, great drive right there by Eli Scott.
It's funny, King, because you look at Loyola Marymount and Eli Scott, the big body but not too tall. And then he has a teammate, Leo Pepe, who's right now on the bench. Leo Pepe wears the number 34 because his favorite player is Charles Barkley. Well, it's Eli Scott who has the body that more resembles what Charles Barkley had in the NBA.
Exactly. Exactly. That's a great comparison right there because he's a power forward but can really do it all. He can play on the perimeter, he can post up, but he's just a dog down low. And that's what Charles Barkley was. The mentality, everything about Charles Barkley, absolute dog.
Sherfield keeps the pivot. There's a whistle, and the point was towards LMU's end. It's an offensive foul called on the Wolfpack. Will Baker called for the foul down low, and that look says it all for Sherfield. Baker's trying to fight for position. He gets called for the foul.
We gotta watch the on-ball foul.
That's for LMU. We got battling foul trouble all half. And they get within 5 here. The ball off of Washington. It stays here with LMU. Much to the dismay of the crowd here at the Lawler Event Center.
I just don't understand why Eli Scott is trying to post up a 7-footer. You have the mismatch on the perimeter. Go get your bucket on the perimeter instead of trying to post up. You're quicker than him.
Here's the matchup. Another post up. Spin into him, and that's that length. They say it's difficult to finish over Washington.
That's just not the answer. Take what you have, use it to your advantage. Your perimeter speed is your advantage right there. Not your length, not posting up.
Loyola Marymount frustrated. Nevada takes the timeout to set up the last play of the first half.
On my travels across the country, I came across this house with water dripping from the ceiling. You never know when something like this will happen. So let the Geico Insurance Agency help you with homeowners insurance and protect yourself from things like fire, theft, or in this case, water damage. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say somewhere upstairs there's a broken pipe.
Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance at geico.com.
Heavyweight battle between Nevada and LMU. Nevada at home, 7-point lead. Talking about heavyweights, post play has been a big story in this game.
Post play has, but this right here should not be happening. Eli Scott just 6'6". You are a monster. You can do more things than just post up. If you don't take Washington to the perimeter and go by that man, stop trying to post up. It's not the answer.
He scored a lot. He knows how to put it in the bucket. Over 1,600 career points. Leading scorer for LMU in the last 3 years.
I want you to use the ball screen right now. Slip it, go get a bucket, Grant Sherfield.
Well, Baker does set the screen. Sherfield gets it ISO'd. That's Quintana. Muscles his way inside. Off the back of the rim. LMU the rebound. Quintana fires. And that does it for the first half. Both teams dealt with some foul difficulties. Scott avoided picking up his third. Cambridge had 3 for the Wolfpack. After 20 minutes, it is Nevada on 35-28. After the break, we'll send you to Brent, the gang in New York. AT&T at the half. Nevada holding a 7-point lead. You're watching college basketball on the CBS Sports Network, 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
With 12 institutions nestled in the nation's most desirable destinations, you'll see us enjoying life at the peak of celebration. As you witness us not only win, but win the right way, you'll find us competing at the peak of integrity. As our more than 5,000 student athletes take the field of play with unequaled passion, you'll find us performing at the peak of competition. The Mountain West is at the peak.
Loyola Marymount is just drilling them from all over the court.
One of the most legendary teams in NCAA history.
Fryer out of the corner.
A team that forged one of the most memorable March Madness runs of all time.
Lowe is going to take his first free throw left-handed in honor of his friend Hank Gathers.
From legends come great legacies.
One car accident. Everything just fell apart. My car insurance dropped me. I got a ticket for driving uninsured, so I couldn't drive to work. Now I'm behind on the rent. What's next?
Need car insurance? A bad driving record doesn't have to stop you. Get coverage for as little as $20 down with Good to Go auto insurance and proof of insurance on the spot. Visit goodtogo.com and get things back on track. Visit goodtogo.com. That's good, the number 2, go.com.
I'm getting older. Do I need to worry about falling?
Yes, you do. Each year, 1 in 4 people 65 and older will experience a fall, and many will be serious. The majority of falls happen at home, so remove things that could make you trip and install handrails to keep you steady. To learn more about the steps you can take to help prevent a fall, please talk to your doctor. You can also visit aarpfoundation.org or medicaremadeclear.com/falls. This message was brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
What's that for?
Not sure, but I'd sure hate you don't have it when we find out.
This journey will be dangerous all the way to Oregon. You can police yourselves, or I can do it.
New series streaming December 19th exclusively on Paramount+.
CBS Sports presents AT&T at the Half. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, and secure.
Welcome in AT&T at the Half. Brett Stover, Seth Davis, Chris Walker, John Rothstein. 7-point lead for the Mountain West Wolfpack out of Nevada. What are you seeing so far, Chris?
It's a good game, back and forth, and I'm like torn. Because Stan Johnson's a really good friend of mine. But you know what? I played, and not played, I worked for Steve Alford at New Mexico. So he's at Nevada now, done a great job in that league before. And, you know, this is one of those things where on the West Coast, the balance of the WCC versus the Mountain West is going to come into play. So this is a huge game. And Desmond Cambridge right now, he's getting it done for him. You know, he's had 20 points in his last 4 games, knocks down threes. He's super athletic, one of those super seniors. I mean, it's just one of the reasons why Nevada may challenge, right, Colorado State for the Mountain West crown. And I'm betting on Steve Alford. Again, this is his chance right now. Nevada needs to get it done tonight, though.
All right, 35-28, they lead at the break. In action right now, number 1 Baylor. The Bears moving up to the top spot after a stunning 57-36 demolition of Villanova last Sunday. Baylor riding the 15-game winning streak, which is the longest in the country, as they traveled to Oregon, which this has not been the same Ducks team, but they were in for a good fight. Will Richardson here.
Yeah, doing a good job on their home court. Oregon actually led by 4 at the half, but Kendall Brown, the freshman for Baylor, look at that. He hates rims. 15 points in the second half. He had 17 on the day, 7 for 8 shooting. James Akinjo has been absolutely fabulous. The number 1 team in America still undefeated.
78-70. John, Kentucky and North Carolina earlier today on CBS.
Tie Washington. That was a precursor of things to come. Kentucky with a 16-point lead. Xavier Wheeler running the break. North Carolina did something that nobody ever does in Las Vegas. They took a snow day.
Yeah, they did. 98-69. I think it was pretty surprising to all of us, the ease with which Kentucky got this done. What was your thought on that?
Honestly, how bad North Carolina was. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Kentucky. I was impressed with the way they came out with such fire and desperation after that embarrassing loss to Notre Dame. North Carolina had 0 fight in them today. They need to rediscover that over the holidays.
Chris? And I'll say this. I mean, there was a big win for Kentucky. You know, what they did against Notre Dame, how they showed up. And in any power team they've played, they've lost 2 games when they played against those teams, and Duke being the other. But, again, Hubert Davis, I want to say, because I'm flabbergasted they got beat. I'm looking at the thing. They got beat by 33. I'm like, whenever you ever think about Carolina in a blue blood game getting beat like that, Hubert Davis, I knew he's going to get his team going, but that's not great what happened today.
Well, it's not great for North Carolina. It's also not great for the ACC, which has been very poor so far this season. You have to ask yourself the question, who is the sparring partner for your alma mater in this conference? Duke may lose on a given night, but right now I do not see a Rocky Balboa to Duke as Apollo Creed in the ACC. Duke in position to win the ACC regular season title for the first time since 09-010. That's when they got a share.
Also earlier on CBS today, the Jerry Colangelo Classic, 5th-ranked Gonzaga taking on number 25 Texas Tech. 42-38 second half. Clarence Nadolny, tough layup, and the Red Raiders here within 2, Chris.
Yeah, no question about it. My old spot at Lubbock, Texas. Look at Julian Stroud of Las Vegas, his own from deep. He's having a great season thus far. Bulldogs up 14. Corner 3, the pitch and catch. Gonzaga makes 7 threes in the second half. Unbelievable. They take care of business once again.
By 14. Up next, we hit the Mountain West. The only team ranked in the top 25. Well, it's unbeaten Colorado State. Will they end up running away with the conference, or will somebody like the Aztecs or the Wolfpack be there in the end? That discussion next.
This holiday, Verizon has the deal that gets better and better and better. Get iPhone 13 Pro on us when you trade in your old or damaged phone. Better? Better. Hey. And up to $1,000 when you switch. Because everyone deserves better.
At Napa, get great deals on a variety of Craftsman tools to gift the DIYer in your family. Like the Craftsman 20-volt drill driver combo for just $119. They'll never see it coming. When it comes to finding you great holiday deals, our motor never quits.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
These little cups would make great stocking stuffers. But how about right now in your mouth stuffers? Happy holidays to your mouth. Not sorry. Reese's.
I need 3 Fritos Chili Cheese Junior Wraps.
Adding Fritos.
Order up. Sonic Fritos Chili Cheese Junior Wrap.
Old Trapper Beefs. Last bag.
You know there's plenty for both of you.
Old Trapper, what's your beef?
With unrivaled landscapes that provide a quality of life unlike any in the country, you'll find us immersed at the peak of nature's splendor through a gateway of opportunity which leads to academic and personal growth that is beyond compare. Our students learn at the peak of achievement, and as our more than 5,000 student athletes take the field of play with unequaled passion, you'll find us performing at the peak of competition. The Mountain West is at the peak.
As a new era dawns, how do you see your future? Where will you feel fully alive? How will you find the best version of yourself and lose yourself in service to others? With a pack 100,000 strong supporting you, we'll help you find your way. The Wolfpack way. So come explore, dream, discover, create, innovate, and make the world healthy, prosperous, and just for everyone in it. That's the Wolfpack way. Seize it today.
Welcome back to AT&T at the half.
Nevada was one of the more lethal backcourts. One of the reasons why this guy, Desmond Cambridge, the Brown transfer from deep. Wolfpack howling in Reno.
35-28. Stay with you, John. Utah State on the Mountain West team on the road against Iowa. Tight game late first half, but then Iowa just really took control here.
And they took control because of Keegan Murray. He had 35. This guy can also make a couple shots. That's Jordan Bohannon, the veteran guard. 10-point game. Back to Keegan Murray, one of the top scorers in college basketball. Iowa's offense again translating. Nice bounce back win for the Hawkeyes.
This is a little surprising to see Utah State get drilled like that. Meantime, number 323, Colorado State, was set to face Tulsa today, but the game was canceled due to COVID issues with the Rams. But Seth, the question is, who in the Mountain West is the top challenger here to the Rams?
Well, similar to what John was just saying about the ACC, I don't think there's any one clear-cut number 2 there. I do think that at the end of the day, San Diego State is going to be right there in the end. I mean, the thing about Brian Dutcher's teams is they are going to guard you. And so it's whether or not this offense can come around. They brought in a lethal weapon and Matt Bradley from Cal, who had a much different role at his old school and is being asked to defend at a level now that he wasn't asked to before. That's been an adjustment. So if that comes around, I think it's the Aztec.
Chris?
Yeah, I'll say again, and I'll just echo the same point that Seth made it, and it has to be San Diego State. Traditionally, they've been very good in that league. They bring in Matt Bradley, who I know very well. I coached him at Cal. But again, Colorado State, they're just doing an unbelievable job. Maybe Nevada, we're watching them right now. Will Baker, if they get it going, the 1-2 punch. bunch of Sherfield and Cambridge. If Steve Alford can get that group together, maybe they can make a run. But Colorado State, clearly the class of that league. Right?
No question. San Diego State, when you really look at it in depth, has the best chance of any team to eventually, if they get hot, put together an at-large resume. You want really good wins, of course. San Diego State got a neutral site win over St. Mary's on Friday night. That's a bonus. Another good thing about San Diego State, they don't have many bad losses. A loss at BYU, a neutral site loss against USC. That translates where it matters most to the selection committee.
Quickly, second half here. Right now, Loyola Marymount is down. You know a lot about this Loyola program because after your wedding on your honeymoon, you actually went to practice.
That's correct.
Which is crazy. What do they need to do second half?
Well, I think we need to start seeing Loyola to being the team that many people thought that they would be this year. They began the season hoping to get to the NCAA tournament for the first time since Hank Gathers and Bo Kimball. It starts with being more consistent.
All right, second half comes your way next. See you afterwards for Inside College Basketball.
Thank you for watching AT&T at the Half.
I could maybe eat 2 cheeseburgers and a cherry limeade.
Oh, yeah. What size? Route 44?
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
And if you're going to do it wrong, do it right.
Well, if you're going to eat
the dessert.
Eat
Buy
a dessert.
the shoes. Besides, the drink is half off.
You have too many shoes.
I know.
This holiday, Verizon has the deal that gets better and better and better. Get iPhone 13 Pro on us when you trade in your old or damaged phone.
Better?
Hey, and up to $1,000 when you switch. Because everyone deserves better.
They said it couldn't be done. But now, brave and determined men across America are standing up with confidence and proudly taking off their hats to celebrate getting their hair back. So, hats off to those who made it possible. Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts. And hats off to this great offer. Bosley is giving away a free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who texts FIT to 234-234. Guys, trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back permanently. That's a promise backed by the Bosley Guarantee. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing how much hair you're growing instead of how much hair you're losing. Hats off to that. And next, it will be hats off to you. For a free information kit and a gift card for $250 off, text FIT to 234-234. Ask about the Bosley Guarantee. That's FIT to 234-234.
Here's to the spatially challenged, the nearsighted and the far. Here's to the sense of directionless, to the dingers, denters, and that should buff right outers. At Good to Go, we see you and know that accidents happen. Good to Go is here to give you auto insurance when others won't. For as little as $20 down and low monthly payments, Good to Go makes it easy to get approved, insured, and back on the road fast. Get the coverage you need, instant proof of insurance, and be on your way. Just promise you won't drive too fast. When others say no, we say you're good to go. Visit goodtogo.com.
A week before Christmas, ugly sweater night at the Loyola Event Center in Reno. The hometown Nevada Wolfpack, the 35-28 lead over Loyola Marymount. With King McClure, Chris Lewis here. In a first half where the fouls piled up early, the leading scorers for each team aren't the headliners. So what are some of the takeaways that you get from that half?
Like you said, the fouls definitely piled up. For Nevada, Sherfield has to get going. He has to score the ball. On the opposite side, Eli Scott has to get going, but not in the scoring sense. Make your teammates better. Don't force it down low. Find the open man and dish.
All right, so points in the paint for Nevada was one of the things that helped propel them to this lead.
It's just way too easy. They have the height advantage. They can get it done in the paint, and that's what they have been doing. They've been dominating the paint. Too easy. Look for the post-ups. Second half, this is an easy way to gain an extra advantage because you already got it.
Eli Scott, though, for Loyola Marymount, he hasn't been scoring, but he's been helping out his teammates.
This is what he needs to do more of in the second half. You do not have the advantage down low. Look, kick, find the open man, make your teammates better.
First half stats, we talked about the points in the paint. That's highlighted there. Turnovers high, fouls high. So it tells you it's a little bit of a sloppy first half.
Right, play defense without your hands. That's my coach always told me. Do not use your hands. Put your hands behind your back. Put your chest, man up, stop somebody.
Loyola Marymount to start the second half with Kelly Leapepe. Second long ball.
That's what they need to do. Get in the pick and roll. forced the bigs of Nevada to have to play out of a closeout.
Just like that, LMU within 4. Will Baker has a good touch for a big. That time it's off. And here comes LMU.
You have numbers. You must mind the open man. You have numbers.
And Pepe terminates the dribble. Quintana can shoot it. That time he misses. He's been struggling though in his last 3 games.
That shooting is all about confidence right now. And will Quintana's confidence waver or not?
Oh, we almost had a body.
Man, he didn't almost have him. He didn't really want that. You can tell by the way he went up. He was hesitating. He was second guessing himself when he went up. If he really wanted this, he could have had this because he had a runway right there. But you can tell he didn't really want that. He didn't want to go on SportsCenter. It's okay.
It looked like an aggressive take, though.
Oh, my goodness.
No, you're saying no.
I feel like he had more bounce than that. If he really wanted it, he would have exploded up and rose. He second-guessed himself.
Well, Pepe called for the foul. That is his 3rd. Crawford has a couple of great guards. And they're taking it to the rim. He was not one of the big 2, if you will, in the guard category. Last year, certainly a good complementary player. Could be a factor for the 6th man of the year in the Mountain West, although he started this game. Damian Douglas led LMU in scoring in the first half. Finds the team's leading scorer this season, Eli Scott.
I just love that post up right there, that mid-post action. But I don't like them when they're trying to be a scorer. Unless you have a guy that's smaller than you. I like what he did right there. Find the double, get your man in the air, pass, kick to the open man. I love when they post up and they become playmakers out the post.
Cambridge, no. Defend, rebound, and run. 3 keys for Stan Johnson. We saw the defense, the rebounding, and clearly the transition emphasis. Scott, this time taking him off the dribble. You've called for this. He lost the ball.
Because he's trying to go right back to the post up. That's not what you do right now.
Beautiful step through, but couldn't get the finish. As Desmond Cambridge is off. The rare time where we're seeing free-flowing up and down the floor. The first half didn't have this. Over the head of Douglas, Lea Pepe commits the turnover.
This is the offense right now that will get LMU back in this game and will get them a win. Playmaking out of the post. They love to post up their 4 men. And Eli Scott and Damian Douglas will become a playmaker, though. You don't have to score every time you touch it down there. Look for your teammates, make your teammates better.
Adam wants to post up. Washington draws 2. Kicks Blackshear. Corner Cambridge. Schwartz. Goes up for the tough rebound. Smallest on the floor. He's tough in traffic. Into the ground, no call.
A little bit of contact right there.
Sherfield has a great pull-up game. Throws it up top. Washington there. Warren Washington. Lanky 7-footer. San Marcos, California. Reason why he shoots 62%, amongst the best in the Mountain West. Those kind of dunks.
Easy. The guards just set you up and lob it up. All you gotta do is shoot nothing but layups.
That's a hook. Wow. Layup, Pepe. Okay.
Man out there looking like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the sky hook.
There's LMU, school out of LA.
Charge.
And there's an offensive foul. Called on Warren Washington. Transition play for Nevada.
Make it easy for your big fella. Throw it up there, and he will go get it. On the other end, Lea Pepe does not need a screen. No, not he. He can just get it done. It doesn't matter. He will skyhook. Doesn't matter.
He has a good touch from 3, and big body who could do that. Velatze, who's back in off the LMU bench, trying to get Quintana the dribble handoff game, get his shooting going, and he's fouled.
This is what I was talking about. Lea Pepe down low with the sky hook, looking like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Super old school movement, super old school hair.
Is that old school hair?
Man, I don't even know what you call it. Is that a mullet?
I guess it's, yeah, I think they call it a mullet. They call it a mullet, so.
Yeah, that's some old school hair, man. That's before both of us were alive.
Again, his favorite player is Charles Barkley, so Charles likes some old school.
Charles Barkley would be disappointed with that haircut.
Urkel, I'd say, in the carved out space, knocked it off the body of Baker. Anyway, that last foul, should mention, that was the 4th on Desmond Cambridge on Nevada. So Cambridge, the 6'4" redshirt senior from Nashville, the Brown transfer who averages 18 per game, is on the bench with 4 fouls before the under-16 timeout in the second half. Tana altered at the rim. That's the defense by Trey Coleman, which earns him his minutes. Sherfield, beautiful crossover. Teardrop, through.
Way to play low off the crossover. Gets so low, can't take his ball from him. Good move right there.
Spins. Looking at 2 early first half fouls. His real first extended run in the second half. Cuts to the basket, delivers near corner. Douglas turns down to 3, tries Warren Washington, and it's the big 7-footer who wins the meeting at the Summit.
Man, that's not the answer. The LMU bench won't say that's a foul. Man, that was all ball. He got him at the rim.
Washington alters it, but the follow slam for Douglas.
Now that's how you go finish right there, Douglas.
This game's played above 10 feet right now.
Look at Coach right now. Coach about to get a tee.
And Eli Scott is giving it to the officiating crew as well. So there's a lot going on here. Foul trouble and intensity.
But look, Damian Douglas comes in saving the day. Flying in, catch a body. Damian Douglas, now that's how you finish.
Huh. Is that true? Geico's been saving folks money for 85 years?
Yep, that's right.
Wait, so if Geico's 85, that makes you...
Are you asking if I'm 85 years old?
I mean, sea turtles live to be 150, so... No, I was not.
Do I look 85?
What? No! You look young. You look young for however old you are.
Geico, saving people money for 85 years.
This holiday, Verizon has the deal that gets better and better and better. Get iPhone 13 Pro on us when you trade in your old or damaged phone. Better?
Better.
Hey, and up to $1,000 when you switch. Because everyone deserves better.
The great thing about the app is we're going to get happy hour pricing on our drinks.
That's right.
No matter what time.
It's happy hour every hour.
Let's be honest. Anytime I see a discount, I'm going to go for it.
Right.
I don't care what it is. I have to have that.
Yeah. Anything that is half price tastes twice as good, right?
Right?
Christmas trees try so hard. Lights and ornaments and little choo-choo trains, come on. The best trees, they kind of only need 2 things. Peanut butter and chocolate. Not sorry, Reese's.
It's your Uncle Cooper. These Cooper and Duramaxes aren't just tough. They're everyday tough. Okay, there's a lot of improvement. Go with the Coopers.
The ride of your life is closer than you think. For the first time ever, buy your new car entirely from home with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway.
Next Wednesday at 6 Eastern, we bring you a Hoops doubleheader as the Drexel Dragons from Philly visit the Charleston Cougars, followed by a Big East battle between Marquette and St. John's right here on CBS Sports Network. Posh Alexander, another St. John's player with a great name, joining like God's Gift Achua, Sir Dominant Pointer, Posh Alexander, putting up numbers.
Posh Alexander averaging 16 on the season. My man is a complete guard. He can pass and he can score. And he has a fire name, Posh. What's your name? Posh. Nice.
King over here. right next to a king.
But you know how many times people ask me, hey, is that your real name? And I'm like, yes, that's my real name. You want to see my driver's license?
Well, that's a real technical foul that was called on Stan Johnson before the break. He was upset about the lack of calls and a couple of drives, and he got teed up, which results in 2 free throws from Grant Sherfield. And Eli Scott was on the wrong end of what he thought should have been a foul.
But Damian Douglas was there to save.
Damian Dotson with those. Oh, yeah, Kansas. Kansas.
Oh, yeah. And then other Damian Dotson plays for the Knicks. I'm tripping. Ooh, let's see. I don't know. I don't know what he was complaining about. It was like all ball. It was just a hard ball.
Couple of free throws, and then Nevada possession. Washington off the front rim, gets it back. He has been such a force for Nevada in this stretch. Himes, who can shoot it, turns down the 3 there. Instead wants to set it up with a dynamic backcourt.
Look like Himes rolled his ankle. Look like Himes is hurt right now.
Sherfield, pull up Jay, double clutch, but he is clutch.
That was a super tough shot because that was an amazing contest from Quintana right there. He had to adjust the shot midair, still knocked it down. Now that's a great shot, great focus right there.
Talk about him being clutch. He has 3 pretty much game winners right inside the final 10 seconds of the game in his career at Nevada. He hits big shots like that. Air ball from Douglas. Danger time for LMU. Nevada can go up double figures for the first time. Funny how fast a game can turn on a technical.
Look for Sherfield. Sherfield just hit one, hit a tough one. Gonna look to get another one up right here.
Ton of body. Coleman saves it. Blackshear. No. Quintana there. Quintana's been run off the line quite a bit. That time on the dribble drive gets tied up. And the arrow belongs to the home team.
This is the next level for Quintana, and this is when LMU is going to go as a team. Quintana has to learn when they take away my jumper, when they take away my 3-ball, what else can I bring to the table? I got to become a better driver. I have to be able to set my teammates up. I have to be able to do something. Too many times they take away his 3-ball, and then he's shut out for the rest of the game, and he's basically not there. He doesn't do anything. He has to learn how to become a player that can do multiple things on a basketball court and help his team win even when he can't get his 3 off.
He's 0 for 4 in this game. Sherfield met at the rim. Hits the ground and foul called. Quan Marble went up with him.
Let's take a look, see what type of foul this was. First off, he gets beat off the bounce. It's the right call. Got hit on the arm. Good call by the ref. 2 shots.
Marble's second. Field. Good free throw shooter at 86%. Will Baker. 7-footer from Austin, Texas. In for a 7-footer in Warren, Washington. 1 of 2 from the line. But it does give Nevada their first double-digit lead of the night. Late night in Reno. Eli Scott muscling. Spin around Blackshear. Lost the ball out of bounds. Continues to be frustrated. It's been a tough night for the 5th-year senior.
That's great defense right there. Blackshear, a big body too. Took the contact. Look at him. Goes up, keeps his hands straight up. The rule of verticality does not bring him down. That is a great defensive play.
Scott, just 8 points, 2 for 8. Shooting.
Gotta kick it.
Clock already down to 8. Coleman has to operate. Big hop step, fall away, in and out. Coleman gets it back, away from Scott. Baker chases to the corner. And it is LMU basketball.
That's a great hustle right there by big fella. Sacrificing his body, diving on the floor. That's what winners do. Great hustle right there from Nevada. I'm sure Steve Alford will be proud of this. This is one of the plays that you just showed in the film room. This is the effort you need for 40 minutes. Great fight, great hustle. Plays like that win ball games.
Shelton, first half foul trouble. Here he is in the second half. Cam Shelton, that's his 5th point.
Cam Shelton has to get them into their offense, has to calm this down right now because this is starting to get a little out of control.
Daniel Foster off the rim. Looks like a big possession here for LMU. Get back-to-back buckets. No, sir! Says Blackshear. Quintana, you're not getting a Christmas gift.
Oh my goodness. Blackshear getting up. Call him Blockshear instead of Blackshear. Get that out of here. Not in my house. Oh my goodness.
A 6'6" junior goes up like that. When he can share the floor with a 7-footer in Baker, a 7-footer in Washington. It shows you the versatility Steve Alford has. Quintana for Leopepe. Dribble drive, right lane, the hoop, and the harm. Leopepe, but Pep in his step.
I was actually about to do that, say that. Leopepe with the pep in his step and one. They need more of that if they want to win this ball game.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
This holiday, Verizon has the deal that gets better and better and better. Get iPhone 13 Pro on us when you trade in your old or damaged phone. Better?
Better.
Hey, and up to $1,000 when you switch. Because everyone deserves better.
I need 3 garlic butter bacon burgers.
Coming right up.
Will someone grab me some more cheese? Keep that garlic butter coming.
Burger up.
Order up. Sonic garlic butter bacon burger.
These little cups would make great stocking stuffers. But how about right now in your mouth stuffers? Happy holidays to your mouth. Not sorry. Reese's.
It's not 1,000 lights twinkling that makes their holidays special. It's you. And 20 volts whirring, 10 dishes warming, 8 guests arriving, 42 inches rolling, 1 million leaves blowing, or 1 gift card gifting. If you can't make up your mind, make the holidays yours with a little help from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Loyola Marymount found themselves down 10, scored the most recent couple of buckets, have a free throw upcoming, right back in it against Nevada. Now, last year, the Final Four, for the first time, had all 4 teams west of the Mississippi. And this year, it seems like the West has kept it up. The West Coast, they perhaps have the best teams in college basketball.
They do. I mean, I have been so impressed with this Arizona Wildcats team. If you look at them, Mathurin, their leading scorer, is an absolute monster. The guy can do it on all 3 levels. Freak athlete. Had a play where a guy tried to steal the ball, went around the back and cocked it back for a dunk. That guy right there is an NBA player, but I've been so impressed with Arizona. But yes, the West Coast is hot right now, and I don't know why people just keep sleeping on them.
Saw Colorado State there. They're a team in the Mountain West, just like Nevada. Colorado State had a chance to take on Alabama. That game was one of the unfortunate many that have been erased from the schedule with COVID. It's tough for the Mountain West to lose that game as they try to boost their non-conference resume as a league. Kelly Leopepe was fouled before the break. It's the free throw, and that's 5 in a row for LMU after Nevada took a 10-point lead.
LMU has to continue to rely on their defense, get stops, and run.
Will Baker, too much strength. And draws the foul. If it's Leopepe, that would be his 3rd. And indeed the call on Leia.
Let's take a look at this foul right here. Yep. You have to remain vertical. Bring your hands down, it's an automatic foul.
Yeah, my bad on that. This is the 4th foul on Kelly Leia-Pepe. So in this game already with 4 fouls is Baker. It's the free throw. So Leia-Pepe heads out. For Nevada, it's Desmond Cambridge who has 4 fouls.
That right there hurts. The reason why it hurts is because Leia-Pepe understood the agenda. He was popping, knocking down threes, being able to play off of the closeouts. He understands they need to have somebody else who can do that, who can bring that same intensity, the same energy, and the same IQ into the game.
Back to a 7-point Nevada lead. Shelton has the keys to the LMU offense as the lead guard. Scott comes to set the screen. Quintana terminates. Scott attacks. Step through. Lefty finish.
See right there, that's the offense. Get them in the ball screen. Make the bigs play out of the closeout because Nevada's bigs are not mobile. They cannot move their feet like that.
Coleman taking the offense to himself. Tough leaner inside doesn't fall, but another loose ball foul. We've seen a handful of these. The first half had 21 fouls combined. And a lot of them from that variety of a loose ball foul. Derrick Harris. Foul that time. His first. Already 16 fouls for LMU. Baker bounce pass, nobody there. Quan Marble, closest to it. Marble, former player in the Mountain West, hits the ground hard. Might be a goaltend. The ball hit the backboard, then was volleyed. Let's see what the ruling is. But first, you hope. Marbles are good.
Uh-oh. A little chippy. Right here, you got to go straight through the big chest. That's a 7-footer. Try to draw the contact. Just could not finish, but way to try to go through the big's chest, and like kind of got pushed at the end of it.
Elbow 10. Instead, an inbound baseline for LMU. Within 5, right there. It's been a struggle, especially right here for Scott. He's going to his favorite, his post-up.
There we go. Oh, he got to let it fly. Or not.
Shelton takes the red carpet to the rim.
Shut me up, man. Get to the cup.
It's a 9-2 LMU run. Sherfield to end it. Yes, sir. In double figures with 12.
Such a big shot. You can feel LMU slowly get back into this game. Grant Sherfield says, no, sir.
That 3 brings him up to 15 points. Quintana stumbles, and Sherfield got a touch on it before it goes out of bounds.
Grant Sherfield is a tough shot taker, but a tough shot maker. Can fill it up, doesn't matter about a contest. My man has one thing on his mind.
Preseason player of the year in the Mountain West, first team and newcomer of the conference a season ago. Sherfield defending on the ball, and Shelton. Shot clock late, down to 5. Douglas has to hurry. Scott looks at it, step back, 3 for Scott. Nowhere close.
That's not his game, that's not who he is. He's more of a driver, more of a bully down low, not really a step back 3-point shooter.
Foster's hip checked. And LMU is now foul to put Nevada in the bonus situation. And those fouls have piled up quickly in each half for LMU. And now they have to go most of the second half, just the back part of it, with Nevada in the bonus. Front end misses. That's his first free throw miss of the year. Dives for the ball. And did he get the timeout in before sliding out of bounds? Looks like he did. Gets the timeout in. Nevada, the hustle, determination, and a 6-point lead.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
The more we do with our phones, the more network quality matters. Only Verizon has been the most awarded for network quality. That means the best experience with calls, texts, and data usage of any major carrier, according to customers.
It's your Uncle Cooper. Your SUV is a multi-purpose tool, like these Cooper rugged Treks. And with dual sidewalls, it's like having a multi-tool that can look like a completely different multi-tool. Go with the Coopers.
Let it rain, Randy! That's how you make like it never even happened.
Serve Pro.
I need 3 garlic butter bacon burgers.
Coming right up.
Will someone grab me some more cheese? Keep that garlic butter coming.
Burger up.
Order up. Sonic garlic butter bacon burger.
Christmas trees try so hard. Lights and ornaments and little choo-choo trains, come on. The best trees, they kind of only need 2 things. Peanut butter and chocolate. Not sorry, Reese's.
Loyola Marymount doing all they can to hang with Nevada on the road as the second half is more than halfway done. It's been a tough day for Eli Scott. He's seen a lot of different bodies on the side of Nevada.
One of the keys to the game, make it tough for this guy because he is such a presence down low. The length of Nevada has gotten to him. He has not been able to dominate, not been able to go down low and bully because those guys are long. He's not powering up, making it tough for Eli Scott. When you do that, you will see success because he is the focal point for this team, and he's such a great player and makes this team go.
10 points in the game, but he's had to work for it. 3 for 10 shooting. He's gotten to the line 4 times. He's converted on all 4 of those. Would you still recommend that get him on the perimeter and use that dribble drive game instead of the post up?
Most definitely. Have him come set a ball screen, kick it back. Make him play out of a closeout. He has the advantage of the perimeter.
Zanaz off the crossover from Sherfield. Shelton, despite Washington hitting the backboard. Shelton with the English. And this is just a 4-point game here in Reno.
LMU has to be proud about where they're at. They have not played a great game. Their best player, honestly, has not played great. And they're still in this ball game with a chance to win.
Coleman gets Scott on the switch. Draws the help. Artsinovich. No.
Gotta run, gotta push.
Transition for LMU.
Look at him, look at him. Now this is who you can post up.
Stan Johnson on the bench yelling. Wants the space clear for the point guard, Shelton. Can't finish, but it's off the knee of Sherfield in the backcourt. And after playing defense for about 25 seconds, Nevada has to get back at it.
Man, that hurts. As a basketball player, as a hooper, you play 25 seconds of great defense just to have a careless turnover and you got to go right back and play another 30 seconds of defense. Horrible.
Leia Pepe comes in off the bench, and I wonder if this is trying to steal possession with 4 fouls in the game before the under 8 timeout. They have the ball, the next whistle under 8 minutes, result in a stoppage and a chance for him to come out the game.
This is one of those high-risk, high-reward situations because you can lose one of your best players. You can lose your big man right here if he's not smart.
Scott rolls, powerful dribble. Leia Pepe rewards the coach. Stan Johnson gambled, and here in Reno, he wins.
High risk, high reward. You put him back in the game, he hits a 3 for you. Now you're down by 1. Now on this side, he cannot foul. Right now, go right at him. Send the double, help your man out.
Coleman the cutter, off the back rim. Leia Pepe swings the elbow, does not get the foul. And LMU can go in front with a bucket. They trailed by 10 earlier on in the half.
Kick it back, kick it back.
And Pepe. Dribble drive. Washington engulfs the shot. Followed by Marble. He's fouled. LMU a chance to take the lead at the free throw line.
The man with the mullet is making it rain from downtown, keeping his team in the game. Layup, Pepe. Make it rain.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
This holiday, Verizon has the deal that gets better and better and better. Get iPhone 13 Pro on us when you trade in your old or damaged phone. Better?
Better.
Hey, and up to $1,000 when you switch. Because everyone deserves better.
When you spend all year serving others, when you lead by example, you don't just land on the nice list, you get rewarded by becoming the top brand in new vehicle quality in the automotive industry. Celebrate all the good you've done this year with a lineup of Ram trucks built to serve.
Get 1 full year of no extra cost Sirius XM on us and 0% financing for 72 months plus no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
You have 3 burgers. You sharing, you eating all 3.
No, I'm eating them all.
You wouldn't share your burger with me.
Not this burger. The burgers you make at your house? Yeah, we could share that. That's no problem. Sonic garlic butter bacon burger.
What if I'm hungry?
Absolutely not.
Fire it up, Randy.
That's how you make it. Like it never even happened. Serve Pro. See you tomorrow.
It's a 14-5 Loyola Marymount run. We're down double digits. Now right back in it. And a chance to take the lead at the line. Pepe, a big reason why.
One of the keys to the game, they have to hit from the perimeter because they play a 5-out offense. And this guy right here has been so big for them. His ability to go inside and out. Beat the defender off the closeout. Step out, shoot the 3. This guy understands the assignment. He gets it done. Main reason why they have a chance to take the lead.
Well, 4 fouls for Pepe, key player for LMU, part of their pick and pop game. 4 fouls for Nevada's Desmond Cambridge. He's been on the bench since early on in the second half. So that could be a story down the stretch here. What kind of use do you get out of your players in foul trouble?
Yeah, if I'm Nevada, I'm going at Pepe. I am throwing the ball straight down low to one of my 7-footers, and I'm making Pepe guard me. Why? Because either you're going to score or you're going to foul. One of the two is going to happen because he knows he can't foul. So they have to either bring a double or it's an easy automatic bucket. Honestly, I would get him out the game right now so you don't have to go on the end and risk getting a foul.
Juan Marble ties the game at the free throw line. Coach Davis calling the substitution for Stan Johnson. Takes out Pepe and brings in Gary Harris. Marble to give LMU the lead for the first time since it was 10-8 early first half.
It's crazy because the feeling of this game just felt like Nevada's dominated and that LMU had no answer but the winning now. Crazy how basketball is switched.
Nervous energy on ugly sweater night in Reno. Step back, hit him with the hezzy, smash the jumper. That was mean from Grant Sherfield.
Grant Sherfield, you cannot guard me. You gotta take that one to break.
He didn't like being behind on the scoreboard. Took it personally. Timeout LMU. 55-53 Nevada in front because of Grant Sherfield. Shook him. No friends in the industry.
I love the Drake reference, but right here with the step back, way to draw the contact, put your body in, get low, create the separation. I wish he would have celebrated. It would have just made it such a more interesting play. But straight base killer. hits a tough bucket. It's not phased. Move on to the next play.
You mentioned straight face. It's an interesting quality for a player who handles the ball as much, averages 7 assists per game, as well as leading the team in scoring. Is that a quality that can help a team in a lot of close games down the stretch? He's hit some big shots in his career.
Yeah, I mean, the whole straight face just means you're focused. That means you're not worried about anything. You're not fazed about what the crowd does or trying to get the crowd hyped. You're focused on winning basketball games. That's your main job. And that's how I was. I was a straight face player. You know, I might celebrate every now and then. Nothing crazy. But I like that. I like the straight face killer, straight face mentality.
Oh, okay, we're celebrating at the end of the first half. Nevada steals. Sherfield up top. Washington can't finish, and a whistle on the rebound. It's a foul, or it's a travel on Daniel Foster.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I think the crowd would agree. Let's take a look. First off, a little better pass, it would have been nice. But, oh, yeah, that's a travel. He fell first. You tried to act like he dribbled it. No, you fell first, sir.
Appeal denied. Scott, leading scorer, leading rebounder, and leads the team in assists. In his office,
Pepe.
finishing over length has been a trouble, and Pepe gives LMU the lead. King, you wanted it, and LePepe rewards.
A man had already hit like 2 or 3. You have to find him. He was wide open, sitting over there for about 5 seconds.
Pepe is 17. He averages 8 per game. Sherfield on the take. He gets fouled. Fouls piled up for LMU. That is their 9th.
Yeah, Pepe should look. He's sitting over there. My man's wide open. He could have waved his hand and did a lot of things over there, but they got it to him, and he got them a bucket.
He's made 4 of his 5 threes that he's attempted. He's in a 31% three-point shooter. Kano on the last foul is second. 1-1. Sherfield gets another. Sherfield has scored 15 of the last 17 for Nevada.
Look, I'm taking rocket scientists. Get the ball out of his hands. Make somebody else score the ball. He's the best player on the team. He produces. Get the ball out of his hands. Make somebody else score.
Under 6 left. It's been a good one. Another West Coast versus Mountain West matchup. Pepe way off on a 3. He knew it immediately. Chased the rebound. Sherfield gets it. Leads transition. Baker, it's too tall. Foster threw it over his head.
Oh, that just hurts. That's just one of those plays. You need that. With the game so close, a one-possession game, you have to capitalize on a 3-on-1 break.
LMU down 1. Tana hasn't gotten loose from 3 yet. He leads the West Coast Conference in threes made. Shelton, the offensive foul.
Now, this is great right here. You turn the ball over on one side, but you get it right back by taking the charge. Good play right there. Way to take it in the chest.
You agree with the ruling there of Foster being in established position?
Foster was in established position, beat him to the spot, took it with the chest. That's a great call.
Sherfield crossover. He wants another. Foster saves the possession. Cambridge with 4 fouls. He's played limited minutes with foul trouble. Hasn't found his rhythm. Under 5. LMU ball down 1. Scott.
Uh-oh, this is his time to work out.
It's the mismatch against Blackshear. Big shoulder. Chisels his way to the rim and gets fouled.
That is when you post up and go to work. When you have a defender similar height, maybe a little bit taller, that is when you attack right there, Eli Scott. Know when to attack, when to kick out. Great decision right here. You're stronger, you're bigger. Go get you a bucket, go eat right there.
Often pictures tell the story like that. Blackshear, the frustration. And Scott had a look of frustration all night long. This is the free throw. 78% from the line. The best he can do is tie it. In and out. Pivot point potentially. Chance to give his team the lead instead. Still down. Sherfield's been red hot in the second half. Cambridge has spent a lot of time on the bench. He wants to post. Everybody posts up tonight. He's too small, says Cambridge.
And that's a celebration. That's what I like to see. That's the entertaining part of the game. Let him know he's too little because you posted him up and he can't do anything with you.
Scott. A big step move. Looked like he might have even rolled his ankle. Couldn't keep the footing. It's another Eli Scott turnover. It's crunch time at the Loyola Event Center.
Cambridge, known to get it done on the perimeter, but right now, oh my goodness. Body him up, grown man, then let him know about himself that he is way too little.
It's a tradition unlike any other. The Masters, this April on CBS.
Looking to give someone the perfect gift? Scan the QR code and you'll discover hovering lamps that will mesmerize them. Electric bikes they'll get a charge out of. Chess sets that will capture their imagination. Hanging fireplaces they'll instantly warm to. Carbon fiber speakers that will leave them speechless. Or give that special someone a Touch of Modern gift card and let them discover the perfect gift themselves at touchofmodern.com.
Here's to the spatially challenged, the nearsighted and the far. Here's to the sense of directionless, to the dingers, denters, and that should buff right outers. At Good to Go, accidents happen. Good to Go is here to give you auto insurance when others won't. For as little as $20 down and low monthly payments, Good to Go makes it easy to get approved, insured, and back on the road fast. Get the coverage you need, instant proof of insurance, and be on your way. Just promise you won't drive too fast. When others say no, we say you're good to go. Visit goodtogo.com.
Got crypto brain? You could satisfy it by getting crypto the same way everyone else does. Or with a tax advantage at Alto Crypto IRA. With as little as $10, you can now put retirement dollars in crypto. Over 100 coins through Coinbase Exchange, including Bitcoin, all with the full tax advantages of an IRA. Everyone's got their eye on crypto. Get yours with the Alto Advantage. Sign up free at altoira.com/crypto.
Mr. Sherfield, oh my goodness, he took on an absolute clinic, doing it from all three levels, making tough shot after tough shot after tough shot. There's nothing you can do when this man is feeling it, and tonight he is feeling it. Light it up, oh, step back. Where are you going? Filling it up. Grant Sherfield, what can you do?
Let's take a look at the game summary brought to you by AT&T 5G. We talked about Sherfield. He scored 17 of the team's last 20 points for Nevada. Both teams shooting it pretty poorly, below 40%. Buckets tough to come by. This is one of those defensive battles that you usually see in February and March. We're getting it a week before Christmas.
Early present for us, but this is a grinded out game. This game, I think, will come down to a one-possession game. Hopefully, for our sake of the call, it comes down to a one-possession game. But Grant Sherfield, I don't know if he's going to allow that. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, my goodness.
Putting on the And1 mixtape tour on the court here in Reno. And draws the contact. Damian Douglas, his second. Fouls have been a story all game long. As Nevada now with a double bonus as its team foul 10. A 6% free throw shooter. Coming up next, take you into the studio for the latest news and analysis from the Hardwood. Team of experts breaking down the season's action from around the nation. Inside college basketball, 24-hour home of CBS Sports. John Rothstein in the studio for that. Famous for We Sleep in May. It's late, I know it. Will we sleep in May? 61-56 Nevada. A 5-point lead down the stretch. LMU could use a bucket. Leia Pepe's been the initiator and delivers another three.
That right there was all set up by Damian Douglas. One heck of a pass, the skip pass to even see Leia Pepe open. Great pass set up by Damian Douglas.
5 for 7 from downtown. Cambridge, tough riser. Just got the board.
I don't like that shot. It's a tough two. I don't like the shot. Go in, get something closer with the same amount of points. You can step back and shoot the three. I don't like that mid-range jumper, especially in this point of the game.
Scott, post player for the Lions of LMU. Drop step, follow up, and Baker puts it away. 2:35 left. Sherfield's been the second half assassin to the rim.
Crafty. Absolutely crafty.
He finishes off with a good one. West Coast Conference meets Mountain West. Shelton operates.
Douglas take it. Have the advantage.
Hezzy for Douglas, the 1-2 step. Yes, sir! LMU back within 2. Will Baker in and out, the stretch big.
Black sure looks hurt right now.
And it's outside the frame of your screen. There's Blackshear. Stumbling. With 1:49 left, Blackshear, the Orlando native FAU transfer. He's provided some big minutes with Cambridge in foul trouble. Looks to be in pain as he heads to the bench.
He's the second player for Nevada to go down with an ankle injury, go to the locker room.
Trey Coleman joining Foster, Cambridge, Washington, and of course Sherfield, and Nevada 5. Leia Pepe against Washington, and the arm bar is a foul.
And that's petty. That's a tic-tac foul. It's a one-possession game, 1:30. Ref, don't be that person and trying to take over the ball game by blowing your whistle. Let the players play it out. Don't do that.
It is the fourth team foul. It's the fourth foul, on Washington, the 16th foul. So it is an inbound instead of the 1 and 1.
Yeah, that's a petty call. Don't be that person.
Before the ball inbounded, timeout. They had 2 left. So only 1 remaining for LMU with 1:39 left. Nevada 63. Loyola Marymount 61. LMU's been down most of the game, but Leia Pepe has been the one to buoy the team when they've needed it the most.
Started with Damian Douglas and ended with him. Great pass, great find the hot hand. And on the other side, Damian Douglas with the drive. Could have potentially been an and one, but he's filling it up and helping his team win.
We talked about our keys to the game at the top. There's an update on
it. Keeping Nevada off the glass. They have 31 boards. Dive from long distance, a long distance ball, specifically Leia Pepe kept them in the game. But for Nevada, the reason why they're doing such a great job in half the league is because Eli Scott has not been able to do what Eli Scott does.
All right, so what do you do here? You're LMU, you're down to Scott's been the post player. Do you start with him?
I'm playing through Scott right now. I'm either playing through Scott or I see another foul. I'm playing through Scott or I'm trying to put Leia Pepe in the ball screen situation, letting him drive a closeout on the big fella.
That's a foul before the ball inbounded, and the 7th team foul on Nevada. Trey Coleman called for the foul, his second. 2 are make the 1 and 1 for Scott, who missed 2 earlier on in this half.
That's just super tic-tac. I'm not calling that with 1:39 Bro, let the players decide the game. Refs should not be trying to decide the game, especially this crunch time.
Purposely looking on as Scott ties it. Eli Scott, who missed a couple of free throws earlier on in the half that could have given LMU the lead, ties it at 63 with 1:35 left. Sherfield off the screen. Shorts. Douglas slows it up for LMU. A chance to retake the lead.
Look for the mismatch right now. Eli Scott post up. No other answer. Look who's guarding Eli Scott. Eli Scott post up right now. No other answer.
Right side post up. That's the smaller Foster. Matchup he likes. 3 for Shelton. Leaves it short. Coleman engulfs the Nevada board.
Eli Scott has to know when to pass, when to score. Right there, it's crunch time. Had a small defender on you. You gotta score. You should not kick that out.
63 all. An intense one between Nevada and LMU. We've had a couple of players on Nevada who hit big shots, but none more than Grant Sherfield, as Nevada has the basketball. Last year, he was the man in crunch time against Nebraska. 6.9 left. Pulls up and buries it to give him the 3-point win. How about February 5th last year against Boise State in conference? That one, a game winner. This one perhaps prevented Colorado State from going to the NCAA tournament, as he hit that one with 1 second left. Big shot taker, big shot maker. I have to imagine he'll have his hands on the ball.
All 3 of those shots were tough, contested jumpers. Grant Sherfield is that good. He can do that, and it's Grant Sherfield time. He
22 points. Of course, he was first team all-conference last year. Quintana is the matchup on him. 56 seconds left. Off-ball movement to get Sherfield on the run. Overheads. Foster draws 2. Deposits to Baker, who throws it down to give Nevada the lead.
Great play right there. Honestly, I'd go right back to Eli Scott. Blackshear just twisted his ankle. We don't know if he can move like that.
Scott stumbles. It's an offensive foul. And Eli Scott is enraged and gets hit with a technical with 32.6 left. You have to control yourself because you give Nevada 2 free throws and they still have the ball.
We talked about his emotions all day. It's good to be passionate about the game, but you got to be smart. And right now, Eli Scott, you just cost your team the game. Because now they get 2 free throws, they make these 2 free throws, and they get the ball back. That's just great defense. That's a travel. You cannot get mad, then you do that. Absolutely unacceptable, but this is a great teaching point. You can't do things like this if you want to be the best player. If your best player is doing things like this, you have no chance of being good.
Scott, a couple of times in this game, we've seen him upset of a lack of a foul call on a drive. In fact, earlier on in this game, Stan Johnson picked up a technical foul, the head coach for LMU.
Got to be able to control your emotions, no matter how close the game is, no matter how passionate you are. You have to have your emotions under wraps because you will cost your team ball games.
Well, think about it. It's a 2-point game. 2 points off the technical free throws from Stan Johnson's technical foul earlier on. And then this one could put the game out of reach.
Yeah, I mean, but it's Blackshear played defense, great defense. Didn't foul or anything. Beat him to the spot. Travel. So my question was, he got up so fast, what was he going to do to the refs?
He's pleaded his case, but the thing about it is he went over with such a forceful demeanor that even if you weren't going to do something that was, outside the scope, you were just having a conversation. You went over with such an approach that made it look like you were upset and trying to do something. And also, keep in mind, you see that last look at the replay. He had a couple of Nevada players that were in his way, and on his approach to the referee, you bump a couple of Nevada players, and the action looks worse.
I don't know about you, but I don't want to have no conversation with nobody coming at me like that. So you better calm down before you come this way. I don't want to talk to you.
I'll step in front for you, man.
I have nothing to say to you. You calm down, please, sir. It's not that serious.
Well, he plays the game seriously. He is part of that never lost team at Chino Hills High. LeVar Ball, of course, never lost saying, but it was the 3 balls. Lonzo Lamelo, D'Angelo, Onyeka Okongwu. The 5th starter on that team was Eli Scott.
That play, I don't know if you've seen the video that went viral of the guy overseas who literally chased the ref and made the ref took off in a full sprint to the locker room because the players started chasing him because he was mad about a call. That play reminded me.
Michael Irving, Kelly Self, Jim Shipper, 3 officials. They were looking at that last sequence again. The lack of a foul on the defense. Said it was an offensive foul called against Scott. He went over to the official, bumped into a couple of Nevada players along the way. So I just got the explanation. The player control foul called on Eli Scott. Then, following that, they look at the monitor, double technical foul. So it's not just Scott who had it. We can see the action, it was Cambridge. Yeah, Cambridge also picked up a tech because he got into the face of Scott as he got up. What that does is erase any free throws associated with it. No free throws, double technicals, in a way offset. And now Nevada has the basketball on the inbounds, but what it does is keeps LMU in it. Because it won't be 4 consecutive free throws.
And now Cambridge is out the game with his 5th foul. However, I disagree with that. My man came at you. You were trying to celebrate with your teammate. He pushes you out the way, and you say something back to him. That's not a technical foul on Cambridge. I think that's a big call, and I think that's the wrong call.
That is a huge call. Inbounds before it gets thrown in. Harris wraps up Blackshear. LMU has been over 10 fouls for a good amount of the half. There's another look at that last action. And Cambridge, you can see him there right on the face of Scott.
But that he was just happened to be in his way. He's not making his way over there. He got pushed into the way of Eli Scott.
A couple of big free throws from Blackshear. Is an 82% free throw shooter. Connects on the first. This one could make it a 2-possession game with 32.6 left.
If he misses this free throw, you do not have to go for 3. You can take a quick 2 and foul. But if he makes it, then you might need to go for the 3.
1 timeout left for LMU. They save it.
I'll try to get a quick 3 right here.
Whistle as the ball gets across half court. An issue with the clocks here. I think the clock started at the appropriate time, so the officials will go to the monitor and time it themselves. So you say here down 4 is now need a 3 territory for LMU.
I think it is. I mean, if I'm the coach, I'm trying to draw a 3. Now, if you can get a 2 within 5 seconds, take the 2, because a lot of times teams are going to play you like you're going to get a 3. So if you can get a quick 2 and then foul, do it. But I'm going for a 3. If let's say more than 5 seconds gets off that clock, you need a 3.
Free throw went. Look at the game clock. Again, it doesn't start until somebody touches it, and you see it started before Shelton even picked it up. You see the bench, Stan Johnson jumped and leaped up. He saw it immediately. But Loyola Marymount, close games this year. They've had a handful of them. Stan Johnson was talking with us earlier today about this team's won a couple, but it's putting together multiple close wins in a row. You see this team struggle in that category.
Yeah, one thing that stood out to me that he said is they have to learn how to handle success. And a lot of times you don't hear that too much from your coach. But handling success can be just as hard as handling failure. When you have success, can you bounce back and do the same thing that got you there? But right now they can't. They haven't done it, and Coach Johnson said that's an area where his team must get better.
I almost wonder in situations like this, wouldn't it just be easier to reset the clock to what it was before it was even thrown in? Just do that. In fact, that's exactly what they'll do. Yeah. 32.6 and give them the full 30. The shot clock. Well, you need a three. Leia Pepe would be the guy you go to. He's made 4 threes in the second half. He inbounds it here. Shelton races. Scott against Blackshear to the rim, rejected. Coleman came on to block the shot from the weak side. And then a loose ball foul called on LMU. And the crowd here in Reno senses Nevada winning their 5th straight.
That's great help defense. Blackshear, even though he's smaller than the 7-footers, has done a great job on Eli Scott as far as making it tough, able to body up. But look at the help side. Great block. Good defensive possession right here. This is how you help your teammate out. Being aware, defensive awareness. That's how you win ball games right there, Chris.
Nevada's length. And that was one of the things we hit on early in the game. 7-footers, long arms against LMU. Physical team, but nobody taller than 6'7". That was the last foul. It's Leia Pepe. He's done. Great game, shooting the ball at 20 points. With Nevada already up 2 possessions, Washington can put on some finishing touches. Ryan's the first. LMU still has a timeout. Missed both here. Still plenty of chances for LMU to come from behind. 56% free throw shooter goes 1 for 2. LMU use a 3. Juan Marble to take it. Back of the rim. Nevada lose ball. Foster ahead of the pack. With 10 seconds left. Sherfield fittingly dribbles out the clock. What a second half for Grant Sherfield. Finishes with 22 points. 18 of them in the second half. And Nevada's won their 5th in a row. Steve Alford and his team can celebrate. They get the W, 68-63.
The length of Nevada made Eli Scott struggle, and Eli Scott is the engine of this team. Great game plan, great defense from Nevada. That's what got them the win.
5 of the last 6 and on the way of the Wolfpack. Another fun Mountain West versus West Coast Conference battle. That goes right down to the end. What a fun one! The Lawler Event Center for King McClure, our entire CBS Sports crew. I'm Chris Lewis. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, 24-hour home of